Okay, we're streaming all over the place. Since Be Connected doesn't stream all over the place, I've had to do a couple different things. All right, welcome in. My name is Rhonda Lou Moxy. You may know me as Rhonda Liebig, but to get this show going in the way that represents tenacity, excitement, love, love for what you do, the essence of what I call sexy energy, like systemically deep in the cell that you can feel exactly your purpose every day. And it can happen, but it takes these tools. It takes these moments to take a breath in and truly feel your essence. You know, those times you wake up, and it could be during the day after a meditation or something just inspires you. I was just listening to the Greg Kinnear band. It's called the Breakup Song, but it's just like if you haven't heard that song in a while, it is so bouncy and fun. And I was just like in my studio, just like jamming and playing. I was like, here, wait, I'm in my mid 50s. How do I bring back that energy, that physical vitality in my body, the fast twitch muscle fibers that I forgot about? I'm getting all into this zen and calm space. I'm feeling good. And then the Greg Kinnear band comes on, and I'm like, bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. And I just kept going. All of a sudden, I felt my leg moving. And then I got up and I started bouncing, and my lungs are like, yeah, okay, we're doing this. And I just started dancing. Where do you need that in your life? Right now. You feel like you are missing out where you want to. Hi, Mickey. I know. I love this. I love this. Mickey, you just ask any questions. Maybe we'll have some more people coming in. We're streaming live on YouTube and also in Facebook. This is it. We get lost. It's easy to do. We got all these events. I had my 20-year-old just move out of the house, move to Washington. My 18-year-old is moving on Saturday. That's 3 weeks apart. And do you think my body is feeling it? Do you think I want to shut down? Yeah. And I did. I did the other night. I did. Oh, well, maybe not just the other night. Probably a 6 hour thing. Throwing up, getting all not crying. I'm like, I need to cry because my body is going through something. You know, the empathy of what all these wonderful kids are doing out there, Jacob and Kirsten, all these great things. So there's great things happening out there, but we also want to feel internally how that affects us personally because sometimes people are having these experiences and we're not giving ourselves a moment. Hi, Canada, Laura, Lee, I love to see you here. Mickey, love to see you here. Let's remember that we have our own personal journey too. It's not selfish. And I'm going to tell you a story, and we're going to talk about your timeline here. But I want you to think about this. When you're in your tenacity and the excitement of life, or you're finding that, I mean, you want to find that every day. Truly. That's what the Rhonda Lou Moxy Show is about. I used to call this show Unleash Your Moxie, and I'm like, that's a great name. And I was like, well, but I'm still hiding. Because it really is the Rhonda Lou Moxy Show. Where are you wanting to stop hiding? Think about that one. Get your pen, get your journal. Let's just blast it out there. Throw your comments in. Do it all. Do it all. Because right now you're investing in your energy right now because you're not going to shut you down. You're not going to shut yourself down. You're not going to naysay yourself as much. You're going to have to stop the brain somehow. Give it moments so that you can really uplift yourself. Okay, so I do a vitality timeline. Let me see what I call it. It's a special name. You know how we get these special names. Sexy energy, level up, freedom timeline, become aware of you. Isn't that a fun schmancy name? I can't remember it. But it's like in that think box of like, what can I name something? But really it's your personal timeline. It could be all the positive things, like 4 things that positively have happened to you in your life. And you can connect that with how to unlock things that make you happy. This one is more the blips in my life, those big things that just were like, oh, my stomach starts hurting every time I eat. I'm questioning myself, like, why am I living? I want to bring that up. We're going to bring that together. And this is with my best friend Mary passing away, 4th grade. So I want to talk about that. Not all the details. I want to talk about you and things that you want to unlock and explore. Not the sad side, but you can, because when you get there, you feel free. Because you're starting to be aware of yourself. You're starting to not be so afraid of these things that are your blips. I think of it, blip, blip, like lifestyle. Hi, Mickey. Great name. I sent you a friend request on this platform. Hey, you guys connect. Keep connecting. So think about this. I've been a health coach for 25 years. Not 25 years. I've been a health coach probably around 10 something years, but I've been in the health industry for 25 years. I've been helping businesses run, really deep mindset. Where are you stopping yourself? Bring in all your gems. Bring in all your gems. Everything that you have done, that is how smart you are right now. You're not launching new. In your friendships, you're not launching new. In your business, you're not launching new anywhere. You got all this experience. Breathe that in. So we got to let's stay in that moment. Because we're going to get into I can't, so we can just feel motivated. We can get into the Greg Kinnear band. If you were here earlier, I was talking about I heard the Greg Kinnear band, the breakup song. I mean, I haven't really listened to the words, so I got to listen to them. But it's a boom, bump, 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 and it's like so much fun. How do we keep that energy going? How do we recognize when we're starting to be shut down? How do we stop that so we can flip it and move forward so we don't get stuck? Getting stuck is okay. We can call it fail. I call it fail safe. I call it fail safe. Let's keep fail safing because we need to. That's where we get to learn. Oh, I'm embarrassed. So I feel ashamed because all that terrible feeling, we want to wipe it. We want to get used to it, clean it, get rid of all that stuff. Now, we're human. So we're going to have stuff coming at us, especially when we're up leveling really big. Because if we're up leveling really big, of course the stuff is going to come in front of us. Something's going to stop us from leveling up to where we want to get to. Seeing ourselves is the biggest gem you can give yourself. And it's not selfish. Let me go into the story real quick. I was in 4th grade, not in the gory details. And I was supposed to be with my best friend. Her mama said, no, your dad is going to come and pick you up in the morning and he's going to take you to school. And my best friend, Mary, she was like my savior. It was 4th grade. I felt so alone and there were so many things happening. And her mama said, no, Rhonda needs to go home. Dad will pick you up, all that kind of stuff. My best friend, her dad, took both of their lives. And at that moment, it was about 6 a.m. And that's as far as deep as I'm going to go with that. But this is the next part for you. Think about this in your moxie style, in your tenacity. So my friend passes away. I'm going through my deepest stuff. You know what I do? Because I didn't know these steps of absorbing and holding and really, I think about myself too. So I put that off to the side. And I knew in 4th grade, oh yeah, I'm strong. I can pull myself up in the bootstraps. Our youngins know so much when we start thinking about the different stages we've been in. And I was so concerned about Mary's family, about her sister, about her mom, and I started thinking about these things and I knew I was feeling sad, but that's when my stomach started bloating. Every time I would eat, it was like this discussion with myself in the backside of my head. Why are you alive? What happened? You should have been there with me. Or you could have protected her. Now, I didn't know any of this because our subconscious, we're known to say 60 to 70,000 words to ourselves a day. I don't know how they picked that up. It's just kind of the latest research. Now, if 80% of that is known to be negative, 90% of that negativity space, it's supposed to be cycled over and over. And if you think about the way the brain works, because you probably know the general terms, or maybe you've studied the brain. I love studying this stuff because I think mindset and being able to see yourself and helping my clients in this, also this show, talking about mindset stuff. We want to break those synapses, those cycles in our brain, which is the 90% that keeps cycling over and over. So when that happened, it became an imprint. And now the cycling is, why are you alive? Oh, I'm ashamed because attention got to me. And over and over and over. But there were times when things were going great and there could be attention toward me. And I'd be like feeling, oh, this is so cool. Or ego-wise, oh yeah, that's so cool. However, whatever mood I was in. Where is it that you shut yourself down? And I don't want to say you, because it's not all you, it's the brain, and you want to be cohesive with the heart. What the gratitude is in a moment. I want to do just kind of a clearing about this. If you give yourself the empathy, the love, that is where we start doing our clearing, our true clearing, so that we can make the money that we know we're worth, or we're learning about what our worth is, so that we know that we got this. We have better relationships. We can see people eye to eye because we know ourselves. We can feel our nervous system. I think about the spine and the nerve endings all through our body. Calm, so we can listen. We can receive. This next part, I want to talk about where we stop ourselves in the I can't. But can we clear this just for a moment? The story I shared, any stories that are coming up for you, journal. Give yourself time, because there's maybe little things that you're getting that you want to remind yourself. And this show is going to be in recording, so you'll get that also. So if you take a breath in, give yourself a minute here to think about, if I could bring the heart and the brain cohesive. So the 60,000 words, the way we stop ourselves, the way the fight or flight of where our brain is supposed to protect us, that's why it does that. But how do we get it in our day-to-day when we're doing massive cool things, but we stop ourselves from making the income, for creating these relationships, for having the best health in our life? How are we stopping ourselves? It's from these cycles. So take a breath in. Create space here for yourself. As you exhale, release off the shoulders. Inhale. Allow the receiving of fresh new ideas, fresh ways to do things. I call it the FIT process with a double T. How you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. And the FIT process is about focusing. How can we focus if we keep in the fight or flight? So bringing in that heart. Then after focus, we need to integrate. But we need to integrate it in a smart way, a way that makes you feel good, a way that fits in your schedule, a way that just doesn't feel like it's way out here, because that's the bigger program, the big thing you want to get to. That's great. But how do you break it down so you can get to your first thing that you're looking for right here and now? That's your low-hanging fruit. And the low-hanging fruit will keep coming to you when you keep adventuring out there. But don't stay out there, because that's when the old cycles will come in. So you're integrating. So you're focusing, you're integrating. Now your transformation is happening. You're transformed. Your transformed time is that 1% results to 99% results you get. Now, if you only got 1%, that only, I want to take out of the sentence and think about this. You moved forward. Your old cycles are telling you you didn't get there because you didn't chunk it down to small, beautiful sizes. That 1% says, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do right there. I'm looking big. Now, that's really good that you're looking big, by the way. That's the tenacious way. That's the lifestyle. It's like you can see it. It's going to keep opening up. The more that you open up your heart, that's going to help you explore and open up. But what can happen is if you are that visionary, you're going to shut yourself down because you're never going to get there because you're going to be able to still see all that vision that's way out there. But keep reminding yourself through the heart-brain cohesiveness. I know I keep seeing this, something went wrong. But I've noticed it runs through smooth, so we'll see how it goes. If we keep looking at things in more of a chunk space, then we get to be the visionary that we get to be. We stop ourselves because we don't understand our gems and what we do so well. So if you see way out there and you can't accomplish your goals, you're a visionary. That means you can see way out there. That means you get to support your clients, support your family, and you can see the beautiful gems they are. But if you keep going at the old cycles, you're going to expect somebody to be there, like your friends. You can be hard on your friendships. You can be hard on your family. You'll be hard on yourself too. So give yourself moments here. Where did you transform in that 1%? Focus, integrate, transform. The other T, the double T, is thrive. Now, if you've only gotten 1%, you're telling yourself, next time, what am I going to do? And there's this anxious feeling, the adrenal fatigue, which is right where your kidneys are. The adrenal glands are right on top of there. You're already stole just from all of your energy bank. You're starting to shut down your adrenal glands because you're like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? You never see the gem in front of you. Remember, if you feel that way, love on yourself about that because you're visionary. Authentically, though, you need to celebrate each incremental space because you will never get your 100% as a visionary. But you will see all these changes happen so you don't go back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. And you can do that, but the back, forward, the same increment, 1% forward, 1% back, because you're just holding yourself there. You know, the brain wants you to stay right there. It's like, no, don't change. Well, you know, like I feel exhausted for the day, but you're used to it. Don't worry about it. That's perfect because you're comfortable with it. You're like, I don't want that. And you're constantly battling with your brain. So in this thrive area, what you're celebrating is, oh my gosh, I got 1%. I don't know how you figure out if it's 1% or 10%. I'm just throwing out, like general terms. And you did that? No way. And you start celebrating the tenacity side. You just start focusing in on what you can transform in your life. So when you start doing that, then you can look at the area of the 4 pillars. And the 4 pillars, here, let me see, I'm just going to adjust right here. Okay, the 4 pillars related with freedom, safety, and healing, the 3 pillars. I got thrown off a little bit. Sorry, Laura. But this is where we get to play in the things that don't work mentally, in the I can't. When we start looking at the I can't, then that's where we get to start deciding. How do I get my freedom, safety, and healing and start working through these things in my minds that are stopping myself? And I'm working on this top 10 sabotage list. Number one is what we're working on today, which is I can't. But you can't just stop yourself from saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. So if somebody asks you to do something, if it sounds interesting, go for it. But you're going to stop yourself because you're going to be like, well, I got this to do, I got that to do. And you're going to shut it down. You're going to say, I can't do that. Maybe that step that feels right, maybe you do need to step forward and say, I can, let's do this together. Or I can come to an event. Or yes, I want to speak. I don't know, whatever shows up. But find out where the I cans are. Because the I can't is a form of shutting down. This is where you lose that tenacity that you're looking for. But bringing this in, this is one of the tools. Wake up and heal your moxie, sexy, wealthy life and business. And when you start looking at your freedom, you start looking at the first part here, which is fabulous. Because it's fabulous, learning to receive, learning to open up with vulnerability, sexy energy to really feel the essence of what you are and the truth. That is your freedom pillar. And if you're interested in knowing more about that, please tell me. So if you're working through the I can't, like I need to move forward, I keep telling myself I can't. So the first space is, how can I be in truth with really actually move myself forward, thinking something new? Finding a space where you feel fabulous. What are the tools that you use to create this space of feeling fabulous? Now we're going to talk about those tools. We're going to finish off the Rhonda Lou Moxy Show, but I want to share this with you. When you feel freedom in your body, freedom in life, freedom to do what you want to in your own passion, the first step to get to where you want to get to is feeling fabulous. Now, it's not just great. You walk into a store and somebody says, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing great. And you just walk away. You don't do anything. But I believe we're hashtag speaker locking arms. I believe we're locking arms here. We're all working together. We're working to change globally. That doesn't mean you have that all on your shoulders, but it's like a smile. When you walk into a store and somebody says hello, you look right at them and go, hi, how are you doing? And just give them the moment. Hashtag speaker locking arms. You're learning that your vocals mean something. I know because I was on medicine for 20 years for thyroid. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be in truth. I want to be in love with life. You too? Then let's work on the I can'ts. Let's work on the cohesiveness with the heart. Let's stop the shaming and blaming that's going on within our household, within the neighborhood, within globally, because if you're a speaker, you want to get out there. And if you like speaking, I would love to talk to you about interviewing you for my show. I'm just kind of sitting with this today. How are you doing? Any kind of gems in there for you? Any ways you want to start stepping forward in your life where you're sharing more with others in a way that you haven't before, where you feel that vulnerability? It's part of your freedom pillar. But to feel fabulous when somebody says, hello, how are you doing today? I'm feeling fabulous. It may feel comfortable at first, may even feel fake. But when you take it at your root chakra, I feel fabulous. How are you? You can be dramatic. You can be like playful, whatever mood you're in. Create the mood that makes this life painted in orange and yellows, blues, whatever you like, so that you feel your freedom, your safety, and your healing, so you can get through the I can'ts and welcome in the yes. Stop the sabotages that are stopping you. Don't battle the sabotages. Don't battle the brain. Don't battle the 60,000 words that you cycle and the 80% that's all naysaying. Let's bring the heart into it. Let's blend and play cohesively so that your brain and your heart can kind of talk. Your heart can say, hey, brain, I got you. I got you. In the tenacious way, I got you. And then things will start changing in a way that is important. Where are you today with this? I'd love to know. That's your question. Think about that. Journal on it. And get freshly inspired. So here we go. We're finishing our show. And after you've had some thought, you may want to be connecting. So make sure that if you're on Be Connected, that you have connected with me and that we're talking back and forth. If you are on YouTube or anywhere else you're getting this video, make sure that you connect with me on my tree, which is rhondaleebig.com/tree. Ways to connect with me, ways to come in for free stuff, just to get to know me. Just get to know me. Let's keep showing up for each other. Let's keep creating and enjoying what's really out there globally. And remember how big your goals are and you as a visionary? The globe may seem big, but when you start looking at your personal global vision, which I have a 4-video series for, you may want to have, it'll help you stay focused on what you're doing. Because your global vision will bring up your chest, the love in life, the infectious energy from the universe. It'll keep you moving forward. Not thinking small in increments, but seriously quantum leaping. So I love and appreciate you. Thanks for being here for the Rhonda Lou Moxy Show. I love it. Let's keep the tenacity going. Next Monday, we're going to get into the second sabotage and figure out where are we sticking ourselves. Let's clear that up. And to do that, we're going to cohesively bring the heart together. And the next one is about receiving, because we're working up the freedom pillar. I'll see you next Monday. And we'll keep working on your timeline, because the blips that have happened in your life, create them to be gems. Let it be the tapestry of your energy, because that deep undercurrent pain is bouncing you up to how powerful you really are. I love and appreciate you. Keep bringing in the fresh inspiration. Mwah. Appreciate you. Fresh inspiration. Inspiration. Fresh inspiration. Inspiration. Love you. Namaste.